Welcome everyone to Season 4 of my Shrewsbury Town career on FM16. Last season, Shrewsbury Town exceeded expectations. We reached the Premier League for the first time in the club's history, and we finished in the top half thanks to some amazing results against the likes of Chelsea, Manchester United and Arsenal. And this season, Season 4, it's about going to the next level, taking Shrewsbury Town into European territory. And one of the ways that's going to help us to get there is by investing in the squad. And that's what I've been doing over the course of this summer transfer window. If you guys can cast your minds back to the Season 3 finale, I was handed a 65 to 70 million transfer kitty. That was a lot of money, and as you can see by the current transfer budget right now, I've pretty much spent it all. But I'm really confident in the players that I have signed. I'll take you over there in a minute with the ins and outs. Hopefully come the end of the season, we can claw all that money back by qualifying for maybe the Europa League or even the Champions League. I certainly want to be going for a piece of silverware this season. As I say, it's about reaching that next level, going for the FA Cup, maybe even the Premier League. It would be incredible, and I'm feeling pretty confident with the players that I've signed. Anyway, without further ado, let's have a look at the ins and outs. So let's take a quick look at the departures. Not many, actually. We've got Sean Warley, Junior Brown and Darren McKnight all leaving on free transfer. I decided not to offer them a new contract, but you can see that Leandro Bacuna has gone to Palermo for 1.2 million. I was silly here because I totally forgot about his release clause and Palermo triggered that. So disappointed in myself to not actually recognise that. And I mean, Leandro Bacuna was such a key player for us last season in reaching the top half of the table, helped us out on so many occasions, and now we've just gone to let him go for such a small fee. Disappointing. Also, Nathaniel Knight Percival is gone. That's sad as well to see him go, as he's been with us from the start, as well as Matt Tootle. Now, Andrew Sermon has also left the club for Bristol City. It's disappointing, this story, because I signed him with good intentions to keep him in the starting lineup for the majority of last season, but you can see he only had 4 starts. His average rating was pretty decent, very consistent player, but he got that horrific injury which saw him out for the rest of the season, and Dimitrio has left on a free as well to Bradford City. Now, for the ins, here we go. This is where it gets interesting. So my first signing of the summer was Marcus Rashford from Manchester United. I think we all know who that is now, as he's broken onto the scene in real life for United. At the age of 20, he possesses great pace, as you can see from his reports. Acceleration underpins his overall speed, and he comes in second for best players in that position for Shrewsbury Town. Up next, I felt as though we needed to strengthen in the goalkeeping position, so I've brought in Mattia Perrin, who at that point in the summer was Shrewsbury Town's biggest ever signing of 7.5 million. You can see that he pretty much started over in Italy, then he moved to Brighton. We came up against him actually last season, and he made quite a few good saves in both fixtures last season, home and away, and then we came in with a 7.5 million offer, and Brighton went ahead and accepted that. My third signing of the summer was Danny Ings from Newcastle. It was pretty interesting to see that they placed him on the transfer list. Okay, they got Rooney in the team, but he's getting on now. I'm sure Danny Ings could do a much better job than Rooney. Up next was N'Golo Kante from Leicester City, an absolute bargain of 3.2 million, 27 years of age. He's certainly in my first team plans for this season. And central midfield I felt was kind of lacking last season, so we just needed to bring in a couple more players to just strengthen that, add a bit more quality. And up next, another record breaker for Shrewsbury Town. It was Courtney Howes from Wolverhampton Wanderers for 10.75 million, 23 years of age. This whole transfer window as well was about keeping that English trait within the team. I don't want to be going for too many foreign players. I did try and sign Dominic Iorfa from Wolves because I need to strengthen our centre-backs as well, and he can do the job there as well as fill in for right-back, a bit like Jermaine Grandison can do. But Iorfa didn't want to move. He wanted to stay at Wolverhampton Wanderers. And so I went ahead and signed Salva Ruiz from Valencia. keeping in mind that Courtney Howes can also play at centre-back as well, so we can do a bit of rotation there as the season goes on, and keeping in mind that Dimitreo has now left as well as Knight Percival, so a lot of rebuilding and a lot of reshuffling in certain positions to be getting on with this season. My next central midfield signing was Fabian Delph, who was also placed on the transfer list by Man City. We got him for 12 million. And how about this for a signing? Nani. I'm reunited with Nani on FM. I can't remember the last time. Was it FM14? I think it was, when I did my United career here on YouTube, and you can see the teams that he's been at: Sporting Lisbon, Fenerbahce, and then spent the last 2 seasons at Man City. Bit of a weird one, that, but a good signing. And how about this? Sully Kaikai is now a permanent fixture at Shrewsbury Town. Really happy to get him on a free. Crystal Palace didn't even want to offer him a new contract, and it's nice to see that I'm a favoured personnel. Puts a smile on my face and could work in our favour as well. And our final and biggest signing of the summer, Reece Oxford, at the age of 19 for West Ham United. Look at his potential ability. He's going to be amazing for us this season. And again, this signing, it's keeping that homegrown talent alive in the Shrewsbury Town side, having a nice, simple balance as well. As I mentioned, I don't want to be bringing in too many foreign players to upset that balance. So, you know, we've got our fair share of players like Nani, Icardi, Ruiz, and also Sully Kaikai and Perrin in goal. And then on the other hand, we've got some good young players who are just quality personified. We'll just have to take Nani out of the side, who's picked up a head injury. We'll miss the opening day, and I will go through our pre-season, but this is the formation that I'm going to be going with, I'm going to be sticking with. I started using it in the second half of last season, and it gave us some good results. A couple of draws here and there, and some massive wins against the likes of Chelsea. That 4-2 win, if you guys remember. And I'll just quickly go through my instructions. I know a couple of you have asked for that. So mentality, set control, fluid. Now, forward tempo, can switch that to lower if we want a more patient build-up play, but I like to stick it on higher for the time being, especially on the opening day. We want to be going like the clappers. Defensive line, slightly deeper, want to be careful of those run-ins behind. We got caught out quite a few times, not just last season, but also in the Championship and League One. And for now, we'll only be playing out of defence, not exploiting the left and right flank, but again, that can always be switched throughout a game, which you'll probably see as well when we do play Swansea. We'll see how it goes, I suppose. For individual, this is always like a key part as well, the player instructions. So you can see that Brady and Cole exactly the same. We're using them as an inside forwards. Set to attack, but players like Delph, Reeds, Kante, they're just going to be holding back slightly, being careful of the counter from the opposition. Lewis Reed, what a player he was last season, even at the young age of 19. He's going to be pressing on this year. I think he's actually just hit 20. And with my goalkeepers as well, I like to see a slow distribution, either to the fullbacks or the centre-backs, and those fewer risky passes. I feel as though if you completely leave out all the individual instructions for the goalkeeper, you lose so much possession of the ball, so it's kind of crucial to have that. Anyway, let me just quickly take you guys through our pre-season. We toured America, and at first we had the challenge of Orlando City, and a challenge it was. We lost 2-0, even with new signings Perrin and Rashford in the side. It wasn't enough to get a win. Then we went and played Houston, Dynamo Houston, and we just scraped a 2-1 win there, with both goals coming from Lionel Cole. And how about this? It was a very entertaining game, this one, against Portland. 5-4, the final score. Icardi was scoring for the opposition, scored an own goal there, but you can see that Danny Ings got 2 goals to his name, as well as Marcus Rashford. That's their first couple of goals for the club. Very entertaining game. So many shots. We control possession. And I'd go as far as saying that we didn't deserve to concede so many goals. And then we came back to Europe to play in Portugal. First up against Ascentis. It was a 5-0 win for Shrewsbury Town, but you can see that Nani, who was back on home turf as well, got his first goal for the club. For the first time in a Shrewsbury Town shirt as well, I might add. What a sign. And I will just quickly show his goal here. We'll change it to 3D. We'll go to close. There we go. So it's Williams moving the ball forwards, finds Adam Reach down that left side, who's on a yellow card. And it's Nani that's up the far post as Reach swung in the ball. Simple tap in there, but it was a nice way to get him started here at Shrewsbury Town. And then we went on to win 4-0 against Famalico. think that's how you pronounce their name. I'm not sure. I decided to go for these smaller teams in preseason because I always think it's good to lift morale, get some good performances, get some amazing results like this one against Bolognese. Oh God, I'm so bad at pronouncing some of these foreign names. But yeah, I always find that it's good to have morale sky high in the squad heading in to a brand new season. Fabian Delph got a goal as well in that game. Incredible stuff. 63% of the ball, 29 shots, 13 on target. We could have had more goals if the game went on longer. Here we are then on the opening day of the new season. The next level for Shrewsbury Town. Can we get off to a flyer with a win here at the Liberty Stadium against Swansea City? I certainly hope so. The lineup I've gone with: Danny Ings, Brady and Cole going forwards. In midfield, Delph, Reed, Kante at the back. Howes, Long, Oxford and Kane, and in goal, Mattia Perrin. I did actually think about starting Luke Weiler for this game, but I thought we'll give Perrin a start. Let's see what he's capable of doing. Hopefully he doesn't concede too many goals like he did in that game against Portland in our pre-season tour of America. Right, team talk done. Let's do this. This is the beginning of the rest of our lives. We must get those 3 points. We've made it a bit of a habit over the last 3 seasons where we start the season, the first game, with a loss. So I want to get a win here. And we've started off positive. Maybe not. As we move on to the next highlight, Kane intercepts that ball and now we can get moving forwards. Lionel Cole to Danny Ings. He's surrounded by 2 players but still goes low. That's what I'm talking about. 1-0 to Shrewsbury Town and just 2 minutes gone. Get in. Yes. That's going to do our confidence all the good. We're yet to beat Swansea in this career mode save, you know. So hopefully we can get the win here today. Look at that. Closed down significantly there, Danny Ings, but yet he still managed to get his shot away. And it was a nice finish too. Let's be calm. Let's encourage the players. Delph. Oh, he picks out Danny Ings and has found him as well. Danny Ings still working his way through and it's straight at the keeper. Ings is certainly causing them centre-back some problems today. Oh boy, this season is going to be amazing. Perrin takes it short to Long. Delph. Out to Howes. Keeps hold of the ball. Finds Brady down the left side. He's going to square that. He is. He finds Delph. To Kante. Ings. Yes. Oh my God. This feels so good watching this type of performance. Oh, it's all coming together, isn't it, for Shrewsbury Town? 2-0 up against Swansea. We just seem to be trampling all over them at the moment. Kante made that look so easy, setting up Ings through the middle, who's, as I said before, is causing them centre-backs some problems here today. We could be on for a massive scoreline. Would be incredible. Get Ings his hat-trick in his first competitive debut for Shrewsbury Town. That would be brilliant. Look at that. As it stands, we're up to 5th on the opening day. On the first game. It's not the opening day, it's the first game of the season. Because we're playing on the Monday evening. Right. I'm not going to take Lionel Cole off. I'm just going to give him a few words. You weren't that bad, but I expect an improvement. Keep an eye on his fitness as well. For the next half. Come on, Town. Let's go and get a third and really put this game to bed. We'll go defensive, actually. Try and hold on to the ball a bit more. Good challenge there from Courtney Howes. Lewis Reed, who's sitting back now. And we should also see possession come back into our favour. Let's encourage the players. Swansea have a free kick here. Sigurdsson takes, finds Jenkinson. It's 2-1. They're right back in it. Plenty of time to go for them to get an equaliser. Carl Jenkinson with his first goal of the season. Comes from a header. Sigurdsson whips it in. Oh, I feel sorry for Perrin there. As he came off his line, almost got fingertip to it. Kante needs to come off then. I don't want to risk him any further. He was going on about his groin being pulled or something. So we'll bring on Luis Alberto. Put him over on the left. Delph on the right. And I think maybe we'll bring on Sully, Kai. Shall I bring on Marcus Rashford? No, Danny Ings is in such good form at the moment. He's on for a hat-trick. So I'll take off. Go on, I'll put on Kai for Lionel Cole. Put Brady over on the right. Yeah, we'll stick with that and see how we get on now for this remainder of the second half. Come on, Town. 5 shots, 4 on target. Certainly been very effective in that final third. Danny Ings with 2 goals to his name. It would cap off the perfect debut, or competitive debut for him, with a hat-trick. Jenkinson with an attacking throw here. Oh no! Long, get to that! Oh, and Perrin, what a save! What a last-ditch save. Keeping the game at 2-1 to Town. Leon's going to knock this back in, isn't he? Sigurdsson. Oh, went for goal. But the ball just breezes past the goal without any trouble for Perrin in between the sticks there. Right, let's go to contain. With just a couple of minutes to go, we'll drop Reed back into that ultra-defensive position in front of the back four in support. And we'll switch my fullbacks to defend as well. Cannot make a mistake here. Come on, lads. Let's get those first 3 points. Let's start the season on a high with a win. Because up next, we've got Man City in the league at home. Or, well, at St Andrews anyway, because we're sharing the ground at the moment with Birmingham City. Seeing that we've got some renovations going on. The expansion of the greenhouse. And here goes Danny Ings now. Oh, overshot pass to Brady, but he's still got the ball. Keeps it alive to Todd Kane. Does it just hold on to it? There we go! Get in! 3 points to Shrewsbury Town on the opening day of the new season. That is what I like to see. My God, I'm feeling so excited for the season ahead. Feeling so confident as well. The money that I've pumped into this side, thanks to the board. And I think I've made the right decisions in the transfer window as well, with the players that I've brought in. I mean, look at Danny Ings, his first competitive debut for Shrewsbury Town, 2 goals. Does it get any better than that? It's good to see a new signing that actually wants to play for the club and wants to be banging in those goals. He's been frustrated at Newcastle not getting first team football. He's going to get it here without a doubt. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. What you think of the new signings for Shrewsbury Town with the season. Look at that. Ings makes Shrewsbury Town debut, and it certainly was one hell of a debut. Look at all the other debutants as well in that game. Perrin, Delph, Kante, Reece Oxford and Courtney Hines. I thought Reece Oxford did a stellar job actually for the age of 19. You can see that his first game, look at the average rating, 7.3. My God, what is in store for him for the rest of the season? He made 86 passes. He succeeded 78% with 67 of those and only failed with 19. The future is most certainly bright for Shrewsbury Town for this season and many more seasons to come here on FM16. So, there we go. That is the league table as it stands after the first game. We are in 7th, where we almost finished last season, but we're in a good spot at the moment. With that first win of the season tucked firmly under our belts, we can move on to our next game against Man City, who we play at home, which will be in the next episode. I'll probably do a 2-game special there as we play City at home and then Oldham in the second round of the Capital One Cup. But for now, that's it for this first episode of Season 4 with Shrewsbury Town on FM16. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you all soon for the next one. Thanks for watching.